Hello everyone, I am the child of the Lord, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye. Hello, I just want to start this story time. I'm not Tana Mojo, obviously, because my story times aren't really that interesting. It's normal 9th grade stuff because I'm in 9th grade now. I'm a freaking high schooler. This story starts out at my dad's house, and we're just talking about, who's gonna bring me food? Who's gonna pay for my transportation? Who's gonna pay for if I ever get hungry in the middle of the night and want to eat some snacks in the middle of, like, basically. And he's just like, all that is covered.
Because I paid $2,500.
Bitch, what? And I'm just like, hold the fuck up. You do not just mean to tell me that you paid $2,500 for a summer camp, but not to buy me the iPhone X. What? So I'm just staring at him. I'm like, can you get a refund? We're literally having this argument about why should I go to summer camp? Like, am I gonna be paid to go to summer camp? I could just walk for like 25 minutes if you want me to. Just give me the I just want, you know, the money. Well, I don't want that money, but you know what I mean. Ew, what was that? Oh, I'm never gonna do that again. So basically, I arrive at the summer camp. This summer camp was full of rich, privileged kids. All of them had more money than I could ever imagine. Everybody there looked rich. Like, they could dinero pesos. Like, what? I do not belong here. Like, where's the kind of like mid-class, you know, group? And he's like, and I'm like, where am I supposed to be? So literally they're like with that group over there, and I'm like, those are literally 15, 16, and 17-year-olds. And I feel like I'm gonna get like, I'm gonna get jumped. And I'm over here like, okay. So basically, I walked with the group and I'm like, hi guys, like, I'm trying to have friends because I'm not going to stay a week without people who I don't talk to. It's going to be boring. I'm going to try to make temporary friends. You know what temporary friends are when you go to like a camp or something and you just want to be friends for like that time. And like, if you see them out in the streets, you're not even going to talk to them. So I just wanted to make temporary friends. I'm like, hey, what's up, you guys? There was something really off about them. Like, something off about them, you know? And I hear the specialist person in the back saying, everyone gather up. Why do we gather up in the tent that's literally the size of 2 rooms? The fuck? You guys must be having big bank to be having camps this expensive. So that's when I walked up to the camp manager and I'm like, so is this like the place people are sleeping in? And they're like, no, you guys are sleeping in the cabins. They point at the cabins, and the cabins are literally the size of like 4 like kitchens, like lined up in a square. They're like medium size. So basically, I'm just talking to the specialist like, okay, wow, this is a crazy camp. It was like, this must be your first time. It's like, oh, I used to work with your dad back then. I used to be his assistant. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, your dad talks about you a lot most of the time. And I'm like, I know, because when I arrived, it was literally like 7 o'clock. So he was like, get to your cabin. So this is where the story gets kind of freaking crazy. It gets crazy. Well, Hashtag relatable, guys. We got to the cabins and the guy told us it's not time to sleep yet. Time to sleep is like anytime you'd like. And I'm like, oh, okay. I pulled out my phone and this bitch had the fucking nerve to pull it out my motherfucking hand like it was like a fucking toy. Who do you think you are? Who pays for this bill? And he's like, no phones and electronics allowed. I'm like, wait, hold the fuck up. If my dad would have told me no electronics allowed, I would have said no in the beginning, bitch. And that was an all-boys camp, by the way, guys. No girls there. All boys does not sound right for me. I'm not like being around people in general. We were playing Truth or Dare. We were playing Truth or Dare. I was in my bunk bed. I had the top bunk bed because, well, I was gonna sit in the middle, but he forced us to, we had assigned beds. Oh, I've never heard that in my life. In like the middle of the cabin, they were just sitting there playing Truth or Dare. And that's when they started talking about the kid who was like suspended from the camp for like, you know, sexually harassing a kid. And I'm just like, I'm just reading my Rupee card book like, the tea is good. The tea is really good today. It's really good. Oh, the breaking. That's where I start. They got to these questions surrounding me because I wasn't playing. They asked, would you rather have with Jason or drink bleach? The kid said number 1. The fuck? Okay, so I'm like, oh. Then, like, it says Truth or Dare. Like, they're not actually gonna do it. Do it. What? Oh, no, bitch. Am I really gonna get raped at a summer camp? I'm shaking. I'm actually shaking. I don't even want to think about what he's gonna do to me. So he walked up to my cabin bed, and basically he literally started jumping on the bed. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, and he's like, trying to make it look like, what do you call it? Like, we're, you know, doing it. And I didn't say anything because he was literally older than me and it looked like he could literally beat the living out of me. Everybody in this room was white except for me. I felt really segregated, but like not segregated, but you know what I mean. So basically, he starts jumping on the bed, then he calls down and everyone just starts clapping for him. I'm like, what the fuck? Let me just get back to my Milk and Honey book because this is the only book I bought. So that's when I dropped my book off the bed. And well, I dropped my book. And this book was basically written for like women or something. But I still find it like kind of like cool to like read other people's stories. I dropped it and they literally opened the page. I don't know if I can find it. This one. And it literally looks so inappropriate. But like this book isn't even inappropriate. It's like, I don't even know. Literally ran down. It fell on this page. Because I was literally like on the page before it. So it literally was like going back and forth like pages. So I just stared at them like. They asked me, Jason.
Are you gay?
No. Look how I'm like off the screen. When I said no, they're like, they told me 2 of them were bisexual, you know. Basically, they like girls and, well, you know, I didn't mean that, you know, they like girls and boys. And I'm like, okay, the fuck? They told me to sit down next to them. And I was like, no. And since I was like halfway away, like up to my cabin, they pulled my leg and my head hit the stairs. Like it was like I look, oh, that did not look right. Like my head looked like a wheel on a bumpy road. So basically, I was literally falling down these stairs and I fell and literally almost started crying. I was like, oh, I don't, because the thing is that, guys, I don't get mad. I just get sad when I fall. And when I hurt myself, I never get mad. It's impossible. Yeah, I still have like right here. I literally was falling for like, I think like I felt like a freaking 20 minutes because it was like my head like stood still for like 1 second each time. So basically, he pulled me by my leg when I was falling, so it would go even faster and hurt even more. And then he pulled me next to him and hugged me, and I'm like, this man, this 16-year-old boy, he's the same guy who literally jumped on the bed. He grabbed my back and squeezed me more and more every like 5 seconds. And then that's when they did the next Truth or Dare. And I wasn't even aware because I was still shocked of that moment. I'm like, I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. I tried to go back to my cabin and well, I couldn't because they kept on pulling me back. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to stay down here. That's when they played Truth or Dare again. And since I'm down there, it looked like everyone was so much happier. Obviously, you know, it's me. Of course, everyone's going to be happier. The fuck? Would you rather kiss Jason? Or there was like, I'm going to name him Tyler. Kiss Jason or Tyler? And he asked the same, and the thing is that he asked the same question to the guy who hugged me. So literally, I already knew who he was going to pick. And it's like, I'm not like conceited like that, but like I knew he was gonna pick because he literally felt clingy to me the first day I got there. So that's when he hugged me and he kissed me. I'm like, he kissed me. I'm like, he kissed me, and I'm like, and I did dumb things to them, like run on their faces. So I went back to sleep after running their face, and they woke up and saw that I run on their face. And that's when they, they went to my bed. They literally went to my bed, and they all got into my bed and surrounded me like it was a fucking satanic ritual. And they literally were drawing all over my body. And just put yourself in this perspective, guys. Waking up to 3 men surrounding you and literally looking down at you. Just thinking about that. I felt like I was getting raped. Don't try it. So literally, they were about to start on my face, and as soon as I saw him starting on my face, he had greasy ass hands. So I was like, I opened my eyes like, don't try it, bitch. I almost died, guys. I actually almost died. You know, I got out of bed, I changed. Well, that wasn't regular changing because there were literally no bathrooms. There, like, I had to walk outside to the urinal, and that urinal was stinky. The floor had pee on it, so I did not plan on. So everyone's still asleep. I changed in the middle of the night. Tell me why the same guy who kissed me woke up in the middle of the night while I was changing. What were the chances of waking up at 3:30? The chances. Because I wanted to wake up in the middle of the night because normally you would have to change in the urinal. There were separate urinals for every cabin. Every cabin had 1 urinal. My urinal literally looked dusty. To use the bathroom, we had to walk outside. It was cold and dark outside. And walk back inside the cabin. Oh my god, guys. So that's when he literally stared at me changing. And when I told you guys that guy looked down, I was like, and I didn't know where to go, because one, I was scared to go outside naked. Two, my clothes were on the ground, and if I bent down, they were like on the ground behind me. If I bent down, the guy would look at my, you know that. So basically, I was in a what do I do moment. So he kept on walking. He walked up to me. He kept on walking forward. This is me. I'm just standing there just shaking. And he just walked up to me. And I literally pushed him on the ground, grabbed my pants, and put them up. And I felt safe now because I don't have breasts. What am I gonna, you know? I'm not gonna talk about the second day yet because, guys, comment down below if you want me to talk about the second day. The second day was crazier. This is the end of the video. Subscribe, like, follow all my social medias. I literally don't have the only social media I literally have right now is my Snapchat, which is at @HVolumeUp. My Musical.ly is iLegend. Probably that's what you guys are literally seeing this through. Yeah, guys, I don't have any like boom like outro, so I'm just gonna tell you guys. Oh my god. Bye.